I'm a 19-year-old who lost his memory after a heart surgery. Emma. Do you remember the memories you've had with your friends or anything about them? No, I don't remember anyone except my grandma, but turns out she passed away 2 years ago. Has anyone told you how interesting this year has been so far? No, why am I missing something? Recently, the world has been pretty crazy, but in a way, you're missing nothing. Focus on getting better and maybe getting in touch with your old stuff to see if it helps with the memory thing. You seem like you can write well. Do you have any issues like that, such as forgetting grammar, spelling, or words? No, not really, it's pretty weird. Do you still have feelings for your boyfriend? Or do you view him as a friendly stranger now? Have feelings for him? That's a really hard one to answer, but I do like him, that's for sure, since he's really supportive and funny, and always makes things seem like they're okay, and are going to be okay. I think he's the only one taking this good, and making things seem less awkward and more comfortable for me. He's a keeper. You will learn to love him again. Exclamation mark. How do your friends and family feel, and how are they coping? I'm not sure, but my twin brother always seems at the verge of crying. You can literally hear his voice cracking each time he tries to speak, and my mom always cries all the time. My dad, he seems a bit off for some reason. My boyfriend is tired, he stays with me all day long, then goes back to only get 3 hours of sleep to wake up for his classes. So yeah, everything seems a bit out of place and it's making me feel like it's all my fault. It's not your fault, and I'm sure no one actually blames you. You're all just stuck in the same unfortunate situation. I know it won't mean much coming from a stranger on the internet, but things will get better for you. What surgery did you have exactly? Was your heart broken? No, my heart isn't broken. I had a coronary artery bypass graft surgery. Do they expect you'll regain your memory at some point? Sorry if you can't remember what they told you. Yeah, well, my doctor said it was normal for this to happen. And he said that my memory could come back or it won't. It depends on my brain and how much oxygen it lacked during the surgery. But he said it might be after a week or maybe 35 years and maybe never. Sorry if I made it long. Not sure I could imagine anything more scary if I tried. Do you recognize faces and voices, or is essentially everything lost? I don't recognize faces, but if I hear a voice I get a weird sensation that I've heard the voice before, but I don't know where. Is it complete amnesia, or more of a dissociated type of amnesia that I'm not sure of, or any of my doctors? I'm getting tested in 2 weeks because I just got out of surgery 5 days ago and I can barely move a muscle. Are you feeling very anxious? Scared? Do old songs you like seem familiar? I'm kind of scared, also maybe a bit anxious. And I'm not sure I remember any old songs I used to listen to, or even if I did listen to songs, and I haven't listened to a song recently because I literally just got out of surgery 5 days ago. When my friend went through something similar, it helped when her sister and boyfriend played her favorite music. Maybe that would help you also. Do you have the mentality of a 7-year-old or like a 19-year-old? No, I have a mentality of a 19-year-old, like I know who I am and everything about me. When my family came and started asking me a bunch of questions like, are you okay? How are you doing? I was kind of confused and asked the doctor if my grandma was around or if she's coming to get me out of here. So he told me to explain. When I did, everyone was confused when I told them my grandma dropped me off at a bakery store a while ago. Only my twin brother realized and explained to them, then told me that happened when we were 7 and my grandma had passed away 2 years ago. I'm not sure if that answers your question, sorry. Was your parents aware that this could be a side effect prior to the surgery, or were they blindsided by it? I'm not really sure, I haven't asked, and I don't remember anything before the surgery. Oh god, that's terrifying. I'm 19 and I have heart surgery in 8 days. Why not write yourself some letters just in case? Then if anything slips, you'll have those. Just a thought. Did you forget that it was actually a brain surgery? And I'm sure it was a heart surgery. What's the most interesting thing you remember? The only thing I remember is my grandma taking me to a bakery to buy cupcakes because she baked a pie at home. and we thought cupcakes would go well with them. I remember hitting the door of the baker but nothing after it, but my twin brother said that happened when we were 7 and my grandma passed away 2 years ago apparently. How long was your brain lacking oxygen while in surgery? Typical CAB guess X is about 4 hours or less, depending on the surgeon. However, anoxic injuries are a normal risk. I've never seen it in a young person though. In CVICU we call it pump head. I can't imagine how difficult this must be. Thank you for sharing your story with everyone. Please create music, art, poetry, anything. I feel like you could tap into some immensely powerful emotions and thoughts, which may seem like nonsense to you at the time, but could be rather therapeutic for you and illuminating for those you share with. OHHOKRLC, thanks for the recommendation. How was it meeting your parents again? How did your friends react? Do you have a girl/boyfriend? And if so, how did they react? It was confusing. My friends, I only had one and they're okay. I guess I have a boyfriend has really supportive, but he did cry with my brother on the first day when I told him I didn't recognize him. It's been 5 days since I came out of surgery. BTW. Bright side, you can play all the awesome and games and watch movies and read books once again. No bright side yet. I'm still in so much pain and I'm scared to eat. I can barely move anything without feeling pain, but I guess I'm still thankful that I'm not in a much worse case. How would you describe waking up to realize you had no memory? What could you remember? I didn't realize I had no memory until later on, but I was pretty scared and terrified. And I remember going to a baker with my grandma to buy cupcakes. If you read the comments you'll get a bit more of a visual of what I'm trying to say. So are you a completely different person now, or are you the same? According to parents, relatives, etc. I'm not sure, but my boyfriend did tell me though, that he still loves me, and I'm the same person, I just don't remember. So how did you handle it? Were you overwhelmed by how much moments you've lost and couldn't remember now? I'm still confused and trying to cope with everything. Also, I got out of surgery 5 days ago, so I have a lot more to overcome. If your memory doesn't come back and you discover you made something you don't like cheating on a test or a GF/BF, what would you do? I'm not sure. I'm trying to focus on now and recovering, and if I did cheat on my boyfriend I would probably tell him, because he's the one who's been the most supportive right now. I heard the memory loss wears off in weeks or months. Did the docs tell you anything? Yeah, they did, but they also said that it might not ever come back. Do you remember your grandma? Yes, I remember her very clearly. Oh shit. I'm going in for surgery hopefully this year and I'm 15. Do you know the specific surgery you received? Or the heart condition it rectified? For me, I have tetralogy of Fallot and this will be my second surgery, if I'm not mistaken, to replace the pulmonary valve. Some other questions I have: do you have the same vocabulary as you did when you last remember? How's the surgery recovery? Other than the memory loss, what was your first reaction when you woke up? Have an excellent day. I already answered your first question before, sorry, I just don't feel like typing. I'm not sure about the second one, because I have no memory of before, and recovering right now is painful. Since I got out of surgery 5 days ago, my reaction was confusion, and thanks you too. Does it feel like time travel? I always imagine, what if I'm sitting on my couch now, but a few days from now I get into a bad accident and forget everything up until this point? Would it feel like a blip in time? I haven't really thought about that, but I will update you if I do. Do you know about COVID-19? Question mark? Question mark? The schools were closed for a few months all over the world. No, I don't. What's COVID-19? Or who? Are you still in the hospital? Or are you already home? If you are still in the hospital, maybe your memory will gradually return when you return to your room. I saw that some people have already suggested that you listen to music. Just don't demand too much of yourself right now. Give your brain some time to relax. In the end, everything will be fine again, no matter how uncomfortable it is now. And one thing to know about Reddit, there will always be people here to cheer you up and support you. Okay, I'll try not to, and I'm still in the hospital, though I won't be going back home. I decided I want to live at my grandma's house, and thanks. No question. I just wanted to wish you the best for your recovery. AWW, thanks, that means a lot to me. How can you tell if people are telling you the truth pertaining to your relation to them or what happened in the past? I can't lol, but good question though. Is it difficult to type or automatic? Are you using a phone to answer? I'm using a phone, and not really, I guess. Interesting. So you remember how to respond and text and use the internet and stuff? I can't even get my mom to figure out how speakerphone works, let alone texting. I've showed her and explained to her definitely at least 8 times now, and she still doesn't remember how to use it, haha. So that's good that you remember that. Have you had to relearn basic things that most would consider common knowledge, like types of food or pop culture references, or did you only lose memories pertaining to your specific life? Sorry if that's confusing, but for example, if someone handed you a plate of spaghetti for the first time since your surgery, would that be a brand new food? My uncle suffered from a freak loss of memory incident, and it was crazy, all the everyday things he marveled at. Like trying peanut butter, he was like, what is this stuff, it's amazing. He also had to relearn how to read and stuff though. But I saw you already commented that you didn't lose those abilities. Man, I would love to try peanut butter for the first time again. The smart ass in me wants to ask what you had for dinner last night, but the honest question is, are you coping okay? I've lost a few days in my life, and they bother me constantly. I can't even imagine waking up and not remembering a thing. Yeah, I had miso soup, that's what the hospital served me. So drinks don't bring back the memories? I haven't drank anything except for the weird milk that has nutrients in it, and that's a no. What about your ability to use smartphone/computer? Question mark? Question mark? Are you familiar with it, or feel really awkward? Can you still ride a bicycle? The first question I'm not sure of, but I'm still figuring out. I do feel awkward around family and I don't really know. I just got out of surgery 5 days ago, but when I do try riding a bike I'll tell you. I've been reading the answers, and the best analogy I can think of is, if your life was with show, you got all your previous episodes deleted, but still have all your character development. Would you say that's accurate? I don't know much about it. I guess yeah, however you see it, but cool point of view, BTW. Did you hope you had a girlfriend? No, I actually like my boyfriend, has really supportive and funny, and the only one who seems to be taking this well. What are you doing here? Sharing my story and passing time till my boyfriend comes and visits me. It's pretty lonely here at the hospital. Who was your middle school crush? I don't know, lol. What all did you forget? Like, was it a case of perfect amnesia, or did you only forget certain things? What I forgot is the people around me, that's for sure. Other than that I'm not sure, since I just got out of surgery 5 days ago. Do you have trouble recalling the events that have happened since your surgery? Are you forming new memories easily, or are you having to be told what you did yesterday or an hour ago? I'm not sure I understand your first question. Forming new memories is easy, but I do keep forgetting. Like, I forgot my boyfriend told me his name 3 times already. As if that answers your question. What country do you live in? Is the coronavirus still present where you are? My country, I think, is Japan. And what's coronavirus? Oh, it's a global pandemic going on right now, mostly still inflicting the Americas and Europe. Your country was able to combat it very well, though, so it's not much concern to you right now. When did you realize you were missing some memories? Question mark. When I didn't recognize anyone in the room, and I was told my grandma was dead, I was confused then and didn't believe them, and was actually waiting for my grandma to come get me. After a day I gave up and decided to listen to them. You should look through your picture camera roll to help you piece some memories together, as well as your friends and family's social media, etc. Good luck. I imagine it is a very bizarre feeling. Do you remember what you wanted to be in the future? Or what you wanted to study? Nope, I don't think so, and I will. But first I want to recover from the surgery, then I will focus on my memory. Thank you for watching.